Hello!
Hello!
Welcome back to Two Peas.
And I forgot what we were calling it.
We could just be Two Peas today.
In a podcast? Is that what it is?
I don't know. I don't really know what we're doing.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Nothing matters.
Nothing matters.
Nothing matters.
Anyone can see. Wait, I can't sing on here.
I'm Bo.
I'm Catherine.
And we're your hosts today. Every day that you're listening to this.
Every single day of your life, because that's how often you should listen to our podcast.
The 2 episodes we have. This on repeat. Today I want to talk to you.
The way that she just was not even slightly discriminating, it was like, today I want to talk to you about. She's very obnoxiously looking at her hand, which she has written things on. This is for the listeners, because I realized you don't know what just happened. Yeah.
Actually, cut that out when I showed them what it is, because it's going to be a surprise. Actually, First, let's start by talking about the elephant trunk in the room.
The elephant trunk?
Did you see Drake's penis?
No? What are you talking about?
I love that you don't even know what I'm referencing.
I really don't know.
It was a video of him was leaked.
Oh.
Of him and his pernish.
His what?
Pernish.
Oh.
Do you know what I'm referencing when I say that? Pernish?
Yeah, I know. I just... Okay, yeah, continue.
They don't know.
Oh, wait, what you're referencing? No, but I know what word you're trying to say.
Oh, that's what I said.
Okay.
Jess, new girl, when she can't say penis.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
She just goes perner.
He's like, you can't even say it.
Yeah. He got a video leaked of him playing with his elephant trunk.
Oh.
And it was floppy. It was like, ooh, you might see, okay, if you see this now, it's going to make so much sense. There's a lot of memes going around that it's just like it's like Drake and his pernish.
Is it like the things that you see outside of like
the car lots? Yeah.
Oh my god. See,
you're probably not going to be able to find it now. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
No, I was just saying I'm glad that I haven't seen it.
Someone said Drake's pernish got leaked, and I literally so quickly searched.
Really?
I just wanted to see. I was curious. And I was curious because everyone was saying he posted it, but it looked like it got leaked, which is kind of sad, because if that was happening to a woman, we wouldn't be like, haha, her boobs.
Yeah, I was going to say this actually kind of a little unfortunate.
Unless it was unsolicited.
Yeah, but then I was going to say, what was the context of the video? You know?
Yeah, he was,
So it's like,
he was like recording him. I'm gonna explain it for you since you didn't get to see the pleasure of seeing it.
I'm seeing
wrong wording there.
Parsnip.
What?
I'm seeing his parsnip.
Yes, I'm seeing his parsnip. He was like spread legs, but they were like froggy style. And he was on his bed and he was recording in a mirror, and it was just like long. It was a long penile. But it was like a little thin and kind of. I probably shouldn't be saying this. He's never gonna come on our show.
Sorry, Drake.
I'm sorry, Drake.
Oh my god.
It was very disturbing to see, because Drake. It's Drake.
Yeah. Well, he's also kind of. It's a little weird sometimes. Like, with his texting Billie Eilish and stuff like that. Yeah. Even though she was like, oh, it's fine, but
well, I love Billie to death, but I don't think she understands problematic people.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like, do we want Drake on our show?
Probably not. He's gonna whip his penis out.
His parsnip.
His parsnip out. I'm really upset that you didn't see it or didn't even know what I was referencing.
Right now,
I wish I could find it and show you.
Like right now?
Yeah, but it's probably wiped off the face of the earth.
Probably.
Plus, do you want to watch him playing with his
parsnip?
No.
I'm good.
Exactly.
I'm okay.
You probably wouldn't have even searched as quick as I did, or ever.
I wouldn't have searched it at all, but I understand the curiosity, but I just myself would be like, I don't really want to see that. I'm just gonna continue on with my day.
Wow, that's healthy.
Unscarred.
That's so healthy.
Yeah.
Nothing else on that? Just, that was the elephant trunk in the room.
That was the elephant trunk in the room.
I also want to talk to you about...
Looks down at her hand.
I also want to talk to you about sandwiches.
Sandwiches.
Just sandwiches?
Just in general?
Yeah, like what sandwich do you eat?
What sandwich? Like,
yeah.
Well, okay. This is such.
I like how you acted like I was crazy, and then you.
And then I got serious.
Got very
I was
serious.
like, sandwiches. Okay, let's talk about that. I mean, I guess I shouldn't give any free plugs, but I really like subs.
I love subs
from different places.
What you can say what places you like.
I mean, usually like Jimmy John's is where I go
for subs.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know if I've even had a Jimmy John's sub.
What?
I always get that little sandwich.
Oh, okay. I get like the vegetable sandwich that has like avocado and stuff, and it's so good.
Oh.
But I get it on the sub bread.
Oh.
But also Publix, because they have dairy-free cheese that you can put on it.
What? I didn't know that. I mean, I would never get that, but that's so
cool. I would never get that, you loser.
No, I think that's amazing, and I should do it, but you know how, like, in cow's milk, there's that hormone that makes you addicted to it?
Oh, yeah.
Cheese addict.
Oh, but also, on the subject of sandwiches, I like Panera.
I also like Panera. They have really good variety of sandwiches. Yeah. I feel like I can get anything there.
I like it because I can order online and pick it up and not have to talk to people.
I love that. Yeah, I like that they in there they have the
screen as
screens
well.
Too. But yeah, I like the online because then it's just on a shelf.
It's just there and you just pick it up.
And you just trust that no one else is gonna steal it.
Isn't it weird that we as a society are like, yeah, we'll just put your food out in the open and no one else is gonna try to take it?
I was thinking of that recently with somewhere. I don't remember where, but I was like, what if I just like took someone else's food?
Well, yeah, because one day I was picking up one of my friend's food. Whatever. I was picking up her food as well as my food, so I picked up 2 bags and I just walked away, and they were probably, I don't know.
Yeah, that's so yeah, they would never know until someone came up and said, where's my order? And they said, we already made it. I bet they deal with that so much.
Probably. They're like...
But also it depends on the place. So, like, McDonald's, I don't go to McDonald's much anymore, but I used to go way too often. I used to go all the time, every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. I know it's a problem.
It's a problem.
But I don't go anymore, but when I used to go, it was like a gamble. It's a fun little gamble. A little gamble every single time, because you go and you order something and you pay for it, and then you go to the window and they give you something. Either it's going to be smaller than what you ordered, or it's going to be bigger than what you ordered. If it's bigger, it's like, haha, I got free stuff. If it's smaller, it's like, this is to make up from those times I stole those other people's food. And it's not that I'm intentionally stealing, but I literally, I can look in the bag and see it's the wrong thing and go, thank you, and leave because I get so anxious. I
have problems. Oh, that actually brings me, I have problems with that too, is what I meant to say, and then my brain went, wee, another topic. Okay, this is something I wanted to talk to you about. I want to know your opinion. And I'm not trying to spread hate to this worker at a coffee shop, but I want your opinion on something that happened to me the other day. I went to a coffee shop, and I got like I think it was some sort of like macchiato or something with oat milk, right? Pretty casual. Anyway, I go and I stand over to the side, and then the girl who was working there, like, I'm gonna preface this with, I understand that she was stressed out, in that workers don't get paid enough and all this. But, so she puts the drink down and she just says like caramel macchiato or whatever I ordered. And then walks away. And then I kind of like went up to it, and I was like, And so I just asked her, is this the one with the oat milk? Because there were more people, so I just want to know, is this the one
Caramel
with the oat milk?
macchiato is a very common order.
So she goes, ugh, and she picks it up, she throws it down the sink. And then she remakes it, and then slams it down, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, and she just walks away.
I love that you started this with, I mean no hate, I just don't know if I'm wrong, or whatever you said. She threw your drink?
She threw it down the sink. And, like, I would have taken it and given it to someone else, you know? Like,
yeah, someone could use a free coffee.
Yeah, but she literally took it, threw it down the sink.
And she thought by saying that you were saying you didn't make this with oat milk. But you're saying, is this my caramel macchiato or one of these other hundreds of people?
And I guess it was mine, and she didn't put the right milk in it, which was fine, but...
Imagine if it wasn't yours and someone else ordered a caramel macchiato.
Yeah.
And I haven't... If you can't tell, I can't decide how to say caramel.
Caramel. I think that it's so dumb that I say it like caramel, but I can't. But I can't stop. I just almost died. I just almost died.
What was the fact that you just continued?
Well, because when you're like performing, you have to just keep going.
Yeah. So I always said it caramel, as you know. We grew up saying caramel. And we were always like, why do we say it like this? And we kept saying caramel. And one day, I was like, what if, despite my social anxiety, I order and say caramel?
Wild.
I know. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
So I went, can I have a caramel macchiato? And she went, yep. Anything else for you? And I went, no. And I felt like a new woman for the whole day because I said caramel.
Because you said caramel.
Try it sometime. Go to in the drive-thru and say caramel macchiato and see if it makes you feel good, because it will. Or maybe I just have low standards for life.
No, I kind of know. And then it feels like, oh, I was just playing like a part.
Exactly. That's what I was going to get to. Then I felt like a suburban housewife where I'm like, is my life this dull? Or I'm like...
This is exciting.
Like Karen down the street who needs to like pretend she's a different person for a while just to like have a little fun.
Yeah, I'm an actress.
Yeah. I was like caramel. But now anyway, I still can't say it because it's not natural.
It's kind of like how we trained ourselves to say soda, and now I say soda, but it took the longest time to not say pop.
Pop. Yeah. Which now seems silly because
pop.
Like, we're describing carbonation.
The bubble. It's because the bubbles go pop, pop, pop.
By the way, who on earth went, look at these air bubbles. Let me put it in drink.
Let me consume.
Swallow air.
Let me put these bubbles in my stomach.
And then who were the hundreds and millions of other people who went, agree.
Yes, I agree.
Agree. Drink air. I just ruined my own. I agree. Drink air. Like
and then we're like, oh, why is my stomach like? Why do I have the hiccups?
Exactly. Oh, I'm so bloated. I have the hiccups, and oh my gosh, my tummy feels so bad. You just drank a whole cup of air.
Cup of air. And sugar, probably.
And
but,
sugar, or aspartame, which is also bad for you.
Yeah.
Or
if it's like the sparkling water, then it's just
why are you drinking air?
Why are you drinking that? No offense to people who drink that, but I think it's weird.
I drink it, and I think it's weird. Oh, I guess I don't. Are you talking about carbonation in general?
I just mean carbonation. I mean carbonation without the
flavor,
sweetness, like the sparkling water.
Okay,
seltzer.
I don't do that because I'm not a psychopath. I don't want to drink water with. I just realized our own mother.
I'm sorry, Mommy, we love you.
Our own mother drinks that, and we just called her a psychopath.
Like, what a psycho.
Sorry. And
Sorry,
like
Mommy.
probably like 1/3 of our viewers. Well, we have 3 viewers, you, me, and Mom. So technically 1/3 of our viewers.
That's true. I mean, a lot of people like the sparkling water, but
I have dabbled in sparkling.
I have dabbled.
You know what I can't get behind?
What?
Sparkling alcohol water. I'm sorry. Seltzer. What's it called?
Club soda?
Club soda. No.
You just looked at me like...
No, club soda is also not alcohol. White Claws.
But you put it in alcohol. But yeah.
Literally,
White Claws.
All I meant was hard seltzer.
Oh. Okay.
Why did I have such a hard time finding that?
I don't really like any canned alcohol.
Interesting. I can't say I've had a lot of canned alcohol other than beer and hard seltzer and hard lemonade and
other than all of them.
It, literally all the options.
I don't know. I think that
I'm sorry.
I just like the actual. Oh my god! I just like the actual like cocktails. Like actually get it from a restaurant.
Yeah, I agree. And I recently, while I am such a lightweight, it's a great face. Replay that. I don't know if we're having that kind of podcast where we edit it, but
replay that.
Instant replay. We can replay for the clip. Anyway, I talk too much about the podcast when I'm on the podcast because it's so new. But...
Breaking the fourth wall. The third wall. Breaking the
fourth wall? Wait, 4 walls?
As I was saying it, I didn't understand it. Why is it the...
Hold on. We need to go back to that.
Okay.
We were talking about sandwiches, which we didn't finish. We were talking about seltzer water and carbonation, and we keep...
Okay, the alcohol, you're lightweight.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that's what I was even saying. I'm a lightweight when it comes to alcohol. Mm-hmm. These days, I used to be a drinker, and I could drink so much and black out. I still couldn't drink so much. But no, I would drink, like, a lot because I was in my party phase, which isn't okay. Justifying your weird, unhealthy actions by saying it was a phase is also not healthy. Just a little shout out to all the people out there going through their party phase. Get it together.
Get yourselves together.
As someone who went through a hard party phase for like 3 months and blacked out multiple times and woke up in weird places.
That does not sound good. As someone who didn't go through a party phase, look how I'm sane.
You also have always been together. You've always had your stuff together since you were like 5, so that doesn't count. I'm kidding. It's like you very much appear together.
I'm really good at pretending that I have it together.
Anyway, I'm a lightweight.
Go on.
I'm a lightweight, so I recently, in like a while, haven't had cocktails. I only drink wine, which I went through a wine phase too after my party phase, where I drank like lots of wine, and I was like, this isn't a party phase, this is just a wine phase.
It's sophisticated.
Yeah, but anyway, now I drink like once a month or once every 2 months, I'll drink like a glass of wine as like a little celebration. Like if we accomplish something, I'll be like, oh, some wine or some champagne.
Yeah.
And I like that so much better. The most recent wine I had was red. I've never liked red wines.
But do you like this one?
I don't know if I liked that specific one or if I am just more okay with the flavors now. Because I'm not drinking to get drunk. I'm drinking for the like feeling fancy of it.
I think the last time I drank was on New Year's Eve, and I had 1 glass of sangria. And then
sangria's so good.
We toasted with champagne, and then we all dumped it out. No one drank it.
Champagne's disgusting, but also how dare you?
I know.
Especially if it was real champagne. Yeah. It better have been some like cheap stuff.
I don't think it was real champagne. Okay. It was just more like for the...
Well, that ruins that. I was gonna say if we like get a good meet a good milestone, we could have like a champagne episode.
Well, I'm not saying I don't like champagne. I haven't really tried it that much. I'm just saying that nobody really wanted to drink it.
Oh. Yeah, you probably didn't want to drink it because you didn't want to drink that much.
Yeah, and I already had a sangria. Yeah. A glass of sangria. I was like,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I was driving back after our last podcast is someday, maybe if we have like a Patreon, we can do like a celebration drinking episode, and it'll be so funny.
Oh my god.
Not like a get drunk, but just like a
No, but it would be funny.
classy, like tipsy.
Classy. It's if you say tipsy,
If you say
it's
tipsy,
not.
it's not getting drunk.
And if it's like wine or champagne, then it's classy.
It's classy.
No matter how much you drink.
No matter how many bottles.
How many bottles. Oh my god.
I feel like my hair is not hairing today.
Your hair is hairing so much.
That's something I wanted to talk about that's not on the hand is I am trying to wash out my Brazilian blowout or keratin treatment. Technically, it's a keratin treatment because last time I got a Brazilian blowout, I didn't get a Brazilian blowout. I did it myself at home, which is technically not a Brazilian blowout. So it's like just like a chemical keratin treatment. And it makes your hair like bone straight, as you can see. Because like for our listeners, I used to have very curly hair, and then I ruined it with a lot of heat, and then it was like this weird wavy like frizzy thing. So I was like, I'ma just put treatments on it. And then the first time I ever relaxed my hair was when I cut it this short. And
like to your chin almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so now I'm like, I kind of want my curly hair back.
I know, I was thinking about that the other day. Because, like, that used to be your thing.
Yeah, it used to be, like, my brand, and I miss it, along with other people. But I also... this is so stupid. The life partner I have is very loving and supportive of every single thing I do. So when I say this, it's not gonna be how it sounds. But I had asked him way long ago if he prefers me with straight or curly hair. If I didn't want him to say an answer, I wouldn't have asked. Like, it wasn't something that I was like, grumpy about, or like felt bad about.
Yeah, like you were asking for his opinion.
Exactly. And he said, I love you with straight hair. Well, he didn't say I love you with straight hair.
I love you.
But, because he loves me regardless. But he said that he likes straight hair on me. And I didn't realize, in hindsight, probably just said that because I had straight hair.
Yeah, probably.
And then the other day I curled my hair and he was like, your hair looks so good like that. What did you do? And I was like, I thought you hated curly hair.
But he never said he hated it, did he?
He never said he hated it.
I feel that. See, the problem is that my husband... It's not a problem. I shouldn't say it's a problem. It's a good thing that he's honest. But sometimes I don't want him to be so honest. Like when he doesn't like something I'm wearing. Like, just tell me you like it.
Yeah, just lie.
Just lie to my face. But like now when I ask him things like, oh, do you think this outfit looks good? He'll be like, I don't know what I'm supposed to say right now.
Poor baby.
And then I'm like,
he doesn't know how to handle the situation.
But then when he says that, I'm like, okay, that means you don't like it. Because if you liked it, you could easily say.
I think we think it's easier than it is because some people have different brains that work a little bit differently, and he might actually not have, like, he might not want to lie.
He doesn't want to lie.
Which feels silly.
It feels silly. Why would you want to be honest?
Well, it's just like, I would say anything to make someone feel good about themselves.
Yeah.
And I think that's the nicer option. When usually men in general, but especially Kevin's of the world, will, like, he doesn't want to lie.
He doesn't want to lie at all.
It will make him feel bad. So he's doing what he thinks is right. And that's what's difficult. But that's what makes it hard, is because girls like to be reassured constantly.
Yep. Like, I want to walk out and, like, he rolls out, like, a red carpet, and he's like, oh my gosh, you look incredible!
I want that to happen at least once. At least once, you know? Like, where's my red carpet, bro?
Roll it out!
Roll it out for me!
But no, it's always the weirdest times when I'm like in bed, I'm like, ugh, and he's like, you look so beautiful. What are you talking about?
I know that happens to me, and I'm like, I literally secretly looked really hot for you yesterday, and you had no idea. And then today,
Secretly,
when I'm like a troll under a bridge, you're like, you look so good, and I'm like,
doesn't it make you question like everything?
it does.
Like, what am I doing? Does my makeup not look good?
Today he didn't mean this, and I know he's gonna watch this, so like this is gonna be very awkward.
Hi.
Hi, baby. Today he said, have you thought about like getting someone to do your makeup or advice from someone about makeup? Because even if you learned one thing, it would be worth it.
What? Oh, I would be.
Yeah. No, but I love him dearly and I understand him. So what he meant was because of my line of work to like know scientifically what looks good on my face. But how my female brain took it at first glance was, you look ugly.
You look ugly. You're terrible at makeup. You should go seek a profession. You need professional help.
And then I took a breath. Seek professional help. Then I took a breath and I was like, he literally means it how he said it. He does not mean it in any other way. He just thinks it would be helpful. And then he went, and then I think he realized because he went, I don't think you need any different makeup. And I was like, okay.
Have you done there's like the tests where you look at the ratio of your face and everything, and you figure out your high versus low visual weight and the blah 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 blah.
I was looking at that high versus low visual weight recently. Isn't that the thing where like you can see it if your face is like bleh, or like bleh? Yeah. I mean, I'm a very droopy person.
Droopy?
So I feel like I have very low, like...
No, you do not!
Body dysmorphia, kids.
I guess so.
But anyway, I need to look more into those kind of things because, to his point, I probably should know what my best looks are. Like, just...
Yeah.
Because...
I feel like, and this may not apply to every single ginger, but I feel like in general, as gingers, as redheads, we tend to look a little bit better in the more natural kind of looks.
That's what I said, bro. That's literally what I said right before he said, I don't think you need, because I think he thought I took offense, which I kind of did, and then I realized I needed to not be, like, jumping to conclusions.
Yeah.
But that's what my immediate reaction to anything to do with anything ever, literally, if anyone suggests anything to me, is defense.
Yeah.
It's such a problem. I need to go to therapy. But anyway.
Don't we all?
But BetterHelp, I'm kidding. They're not sponsored yet, but they will be. Come get us, kids.
Come get us.
Come get us, therapists. Anyway, what I said to him was, it's hard to find people who know makeup for my face better than I do because I actually said it way less put together than this. I wish I said it like this. But because we're a rare part of the population, it's hard to find people who understand the paleness and gingerness and not wanting to get rid of the features.
Exactly, like wanting to accentuate the freckles, not wanting to hide the freckles that much and everything. I think it's also weird for me because if you look up like a makeup for brown eyes, it'll show a bunch of like darker kind of looks, but then for gingers it's like lighter looks, but then it's like it's confusing because a lot of people who have brown eyes aren't extremely pale.
Yes.
So then it just makes it all weird.
But what I'm jealous of with you, other than everything, because you're a little hottie, what I'm jealous of with you is your whole look is warm. My eyes are cool. The rest of me is warm.
You're cool, baby.
Really? Shall you stoop so low?
Yes,
Must
I shall.
You? Anyway, I like when you look up things for blue eyes, it's like cool colors. I cannot because of my complexion and my hair. I can't do cool colored things. I hate that look on me.
I feel like for blue eyes, you'd want not cool colors. Because it would, to, like, complement it. It would be the opposite. Like,
the silence.
Just the silence. I don't know. I kind of think it would be cool. You know those people who do the color theory? Like, they take all the different fabrics and they go, oh, this is your... I think it's like, they tell you if you're a spring, summer, fall,
there's
winter.
people who do that?
Yeah. It's like a paid service now. Isn't that cray-cray?
That's insane when you could just have a TikTok filter. I'm kidding. Jokes. I am kidding so much that I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm literally gonna do it. You know I will.
I saw, shout out to Brooklyn and Bailey. I love their channel. But they did it and they're twins and they got different things.
How does that make sense?
Well, they do have different hair colors, at least at the time.
Oh.
Like slightly different, but yeah.
Interesting.
I thought that was crazy.
Hold on. I don't want to burp on camera.
I want you to imagine this is happening while you're performing in front of a bunch of people, because that does happen to me.
I would sob.
And like I'll be like,
I cannot imagine performing, even though it sounds like the greatest thing on earth. And the crowd. I always say that I want, like, someday, somehow, I just want to be in front of a crowd and have them cheer for me. And I don't know how I'm gonna accomplish that.
You could do that in so many ways. You would have a TED Talk.
No. I would be great at TED Talk, actually, but I'm not going to. But I would be great at it.
You could also just be on, like, a panel.
But I want it to be for me. I want them to buy tickets for me.
To see you.
So either we could have a podcast show.
That's true, because some people do that. People do that.
I want to acknowledge this before all of our tons of viewers come for me. I am a big fan of another podcast, and sometimes I literally say things that they say because I listen to them so much. So I'm not trying to thieve things, but they are just a part of my life.
Yeah.
I work from home, and I don't get out a lot because I work so much. So, like, you know how you pick up things from your friends?
Yeah. Oh, that's sad. Oh, no.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh, no.
No, but I love them. But anyway, they are doing a live show, and I want to do a live show someday when we're very famous. And I want people to buy tickets.
We're already talking about doing a live show.
I have no chill when it comes to anything. Everything I do has to be the best, which is why I need to chill out with this, because it's going to be fun regardless, because I get to talk to you, and we do this whether or not we are recording. So recording it is just a bonus.
Yeah, that's true.
But imagine if we could have a live show and tons of people would come, and thousands of people would be cheering for us and screaming our names.
Hundreds of thousands of millions of... and now you're gonna go, oh, but it's not about the fans, it's about...
Jeez, Catherine! Jeez, Catherine, how could you be so selfish?
It's about us having fun. Ding! That's her halo. Sparkling.
She has always talked about me this way, even when we were kids. She's like, and you're just outside digging. I'm kidding, that's such a...
just outside digging!
That's such a niche reference.
That's such a niche, the only us reference.
Niche, as in, no one would know because it's only in our memories.
In our childhood. Outside digging. I didn't even say that, okay? I didn't say it.
Anyway, oh wow, I'm so sweaty that my ink is starting to, like...
Oh no. Your tattoos.
My tats are going away. Anyway, I have one more thing on my list, even though we didn't even finish the sandwiches.
It's fine.
The last thing I have on here is just a quote I saw that I found very funny, and I was like, I could tell Catherine about this.
Okay, tell me. Tell me.
There was a quote I saw that said, when you lose your train of thought, it just stop talking because it was your ancestors looking out for you and stopping you from saying something that you shouldn't say to the wrong people. And I was like, so always.
I was gonna say that, so you want me to just stay quiet forever?
I can't talk to my own sister?
I can't say anything.
Ever.
Literally
ever.
Listening to my ancestors.
Mm-hmm.
Like, ever.
Did you see the video of, there's so much with Taylor Swift to talk about,
Yeah.
with this whole Super Bowl being 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Our time.
Our time, currently.
But, did you see the video of her getting the ick?
Yes.
I loved that. Because Taylor Swift's, like, such a classy, chill person, and, like, football player.
Yeah, she was just like,
Which, I support her. That's great. Nothing will ever make me watch the Super Bowl, and nothing will ever make me understand why she would go for an athlete.
Yeah. Well, especially because, like, did you see the video of him, like, yelling at the...
I did. That's actually what I was gonna say with all of that. I would never date a football player. She probably knows. And also, athletes are very angry people.
Well, yeah, I think that's just how, like, football players are a lot of the time.
It is, and everyone has, like, a magnifying glass on him because of Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
But you could probably look at first of all, other than being the type of person to get into a professional sport where you have to, like, run all the time, that type of person's already going to be a little wild.
Yeah.
And along with that, exercise that much boosts your testosterone, which makes you angrier.
Makes sense, yeah. Yeah, that was wild, though, because my husband, like, we weren't watching it because we don't care that much, but, like, I think he secretly cares, like, a little bit because he'll still, like, check the score sometimes, but not enough to actually watch it. Because he checked it, and then it was, like, 40 seconds left, and the other team was winning. And he was like, oh, okay, and then he went to sleep, and then he woke up and saw they won, and he was like, what?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, apparently it was a whole, like, conspiracy that they were gonna make them win regardless. Which it's a weird grouping of people who had that view. However, I can't say it didn't cross my mind, where I was like, obviously they're gonna win because Taylor Swift.
I know, because I thought that too, almost like it was like a movie, like, oh, well, obviously they're the main characters, they're gonna win, like, they're not real people, and, like, the other people aren't real people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird.
Did you see that it was streamed on Nickelodeon?
What?
If you haven't seen the pictures yet, you will. The Super Bowl was streamed on Nickelodeon, and it said, Travis Kelce, good at football, Taylor Swift's boyfriend or something. And, like, it had weird little, like, SpongeBob pop-ups.
What?
And weird Nickelodeon things. I don't know.
On Nickelodeon?
It was streamed on Nickelodeon. Probably because, like, Taylor Swift.
Probably.
So, like, so many young people are wanting to watch it, which...
Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure it's Kelsey. Just...
Travis Kelce?
Yeah.
I've been reading wrong in my head.
Travis Kelce.
Have I ever even heard it? Probably not.
I probably only know because of watching TikToks. So if they've been saying it wrong, then I'm just also wrong.
No, that makes sense. I honestly can't even say I actually looked at it. It could be spelled with a Y, and I would still probably have said Kels, because I don't pay attention.
I mean, I can see why you would say that.
Kels.
It just has an E at the end.
I like Kels better.
But, like, English doesn't make sense anyway.
It doesn't. Thank you, though, because I would have kept saying that, and I can't do that. I can't
you
be
could
wrong
probably,
on a podcast.
Through you talking, see in my brain me trying to decide if I should correct you or not.
Definitely correct me when we're on a podcast.
I didn't want to be mean. I'm like, by the way.
No, I appreciate it.
When you first said it, I thought you were saying that it was cut off. Travis Kelce. And then I realized that you were pronouncing it like that.
No, I just thought his name was Travis Kelce.
Okay.
It sounds better than Travis Kelce. Taylor Kelce. I'm kidding. She would never change her last name.
Yeah. Yeah,
especially because, like...
Travis Swift.
That would make way more sense. Have you seen the pictures or the memes of like what he was posting in like 2011 versus what she was doing, literally breaking records?
Yeah.
And he's like posting about farts or something stupid.
He was saying some really weird things. Yeah.
Because she was like a little baby.
Child.
And
like,
she was too.
A child, but she was
yeah.
a different child.
A different child.
A different kind of child.
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing I was going to bring up was that I was at Disney over the weekend, and I was convinced to go on a ride that I really should not have gone on. Because just a general, just to let you viewers / listeners know, I have terrible anxiety with like roller coasters or anything like that. And when I went on Space Mountain, I had like an actual panic attack on the ride. Keep that in mind, and anybody who knows Disney World, and I don't know if it's at both. Anyway, anyone who knows Disney very well, that I was convinced to go on the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, and it's a really, really fast, basically worse version of Space Mountain.
Did you have a panic attack on the ride?
I think that I was prepared for it a little bit more this time, and it was like a little smoother. Like, the thing with Space Mountain is it felt like, first off, it was like pitch black. You couldn't see anything, and it felt like it was gonna like fly off the track. With this one, it was like faster and equally as scary, but it was a little bit more secure feeling. But yeah, I did panic a little bit on it.
I love roller coasters. I don't know if I could do dark.
That's the thing, because I went on another one. It was like the minecart thing, which people will probably be like, oh my god, she's a baby. And I still hated it, but it was in like, it was outside a little bit, and so it wasn't as bad, because I could see. But the Guardians of the Galaxy one, also, my friend who told me to go on it, I was like, you'll be fine, didn't warn me of something that happens right at the beginning. And as soon as it's about to happen, I was like, this is about to happen, isn't it? And like, because it starts, and then it like, something flashes, and then suddenly you just drop backwards.
Oh,
super fast. And it was like, it went back, and I was like, oh, we're about to... It just went backwards.
See, that's so much fun for me. Even just hearing it.
You would love it. My husband was like...
That sounds like him.
I was just like...
I'm not a huge Disney person. I prefer the actual roller coaster places.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Because, like, Disney is cool, but you have to really like Disney.
That's the thing. And, like, I like the more chill rides. And, like, the story rides. And there was a story happening, by the way, with the Guardians of the Galaxy one. There was talking no idea what they were saying. I was panicking.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I forgot to put my hair up, and so my hair was just...
Oh,
all over my
no.
face. So that didn't help. But the good thing about that one is I got to sit next to my husband, which helped. But for Space Mountain, it's like 1, 1, 1. And so I was just alone.
Yeah.
So like at one point during the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, I just like ripped his arm.
Yeah.
It's just like...
Yeah.
But, you know, I just don't get people who like it, but I respect it. It was one of those things where I knew I wasn't going to be okay, but I knew that my husband has been wanting to go on it for so long, and I was like, okay, you have someone with you right now who's going to enjoy it with you. Mm-hmm. We'll just get this over with.
Yeah, I haven't been on a roller coaster in a hot minute.
I wish that I had.
Probably not going to unless I make a friend who likes roller coasters.
Yeah.
Because my partner is exactly like you.
Nice.
He doesn't do like unnecessary adrenaline very well.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it makes more sense than loving feeling like you're about to die.
That's what it feels like to me, and that's why I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
But some people think it's fun.
I think my brain just handles adrenaline differently.
Yeah. I guess so. And, like, I understand it a little bit, but to that extent, that was too much.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, like, a certain amount of songs, I guess, that they it changes every single time you go on it what song they're playing from like the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I'm just gonna have that like burn baby burn, you know that song? It's gonna give me PTSD.
Oh no.
Because it's just blasting as like
Oh.
It's okay.
Did you hear that?
I heard it, but I don't know if the microphones heard it. Did you guys hear it?
Did you hear the crow? Fun fact, I love crows. Did you know that?
Yeah. Did I know that? Boy, do I know. She's like that woman in Home Alone, like 2, whichever one. And she has all the birds on her. I think it's the pigeons.
Donald Trump.
Huh?
Donald Trump.
Oh, in Home Alone?
Yeah.
Jump scare. Sorry.
No, keep it in. I like that. That was so good. Yeah, I have some crow friends.
Mm-hmm.
I trained them to come to my house and eat food. Not like in it.
Just like a dinner table set for like all the birds.
Yeah, not in my house, but they'll caw outside of my house for as long as I don't feed them. They're probably cawing now.
Like, where
They
is
probably
she?
found me.
That's who that was.
When I
okay.
go on walks, they follow me and wait for me to come back and feed them. Did I tell you that one?
I don't think so.
They follow us on walks. They'll just like pretend like they're not following us.
Just like,
And land on the roof by us. Then we'll walk past them, and then they'll land on like the lamppost next to us, and then they'll start cawing, and then they'll land on the next house for like a whole mile.
I don't know why that reminded me of, you know, when you're walking from a really far away distance to someone else, and it's too awkward to like wave at them, or like what you don't know what to do, so you just you just like pretend that you don't see them for a second. That's what I do sometimes. I'm just like really like examining something else, so I don't have to deal with it for as long.
I
And
have
feel
done
like
that so many
I
times.
feel like that's what the crows.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. I've done that so many times.
sometimes I'll suddenly like take out my phone. I'm like, oh.
I use my phone to avoid awkward situations so often.
Like if you look at me, if I'm at like a party, and I'll just be like, oh, and I'm literally just going, I'm not doing anything. Just like, oh, this is important.
Anytime I'm waiting for something and I'm out, I'm literally just like doing something fake on my phone. If I'm going to, even if I'm at an appointment in a waiting room and there's someone sitting like in the waiting room with me, I am literally pretending to do something on my phone.
My favorite thing is that we both actually like pretend, instead of just actually doing something.
We pretend to do
It's like,
something.
I'm doing something.
Just like scroll.
Yeah.
Scroll. Just like scroll back and forth.
Yeah, but you're not actually really paying attention, because, yeah. But I don't know why that just made me think about that. Like, the crows are just, oh, you're here.
Oh, fancy seeing you here. Do you have anything for me? A little treat, maybe? But yes, and then I also trained them to come to me when I click.
That's pretty cool.
I click like that. And I'll do that, and they'll fly in. As long as they can hear me, they'll come.
That's
and
so cute.
fly in. The other day, one flew like right by me and went on the roof right next to me, and I was like, I put my hand up. I'm like, maybe it'll land on me, because I had hope, and it didn't. That's the whole story.
That's the whole story.
It
didn't happen.
It didn't happen. But I was like, what if? It's kind of like, you ever seen that video of that guy who like something fell and he caught it without looking, and then he like, wait, how do you do the Spider-Man? Oh.
Wait. I'm pretty sure it's like this, but now you make, because this is rock and roll.
No, this is rock and roll.
No, this is rock and roll. This is an airplane. I can't.
Anyway, I don't remember. But anyway, he dropped something and then he did the spider, like, it was on security camera, but he was alone.
He's like,
so he's like, what if I'm Spider-Man though? And he tried it, and then he wasn't. So he was like, ah.
I'm looking this up because it's gonna bug me.
But
Okay, you're right. It is. That's it. It's like this.
Okay.
That feels wrong to me. I don't know why.
It does. But yeah, so I was like, maybe this crow just like magically will land on me. And it didn't.
That would be cool.
It would be cool. I just want to pet
Maybe
one.
eventually.
Maybe. It's kind of doubtful. They're also huge. But
yeah,
the end of April is crow baby season.
Babies?
Oh my god. I lost her. We lost her, guys.
Babies?
We literally lost her. We lost her, guys. We lost her to babies.
I saw manatees
Oh.
at Disney and I wanted to steal them.
Why didn't you?
They're like a couple $1,000.
I'm aware. I wrote an essay on them when I was 8.
I'm aware. I'm a highly qualified, highly trained, and educated in this topic. I wrote an essay when I was 8.
I was 8 years old. I'm a marine biologist.
Isn't it weird how you have those memories of like something that you wrote an essay and so you're like, I know this.
Yeah. Jeez. You're acting like I don't know that manatees are sea cows. God, that's what the essay was about. I just kept calling them sea cows over and over. Yeah. I don't know.
Is it like when you're writing an essay and you have to keep saying someone's name over and over, so you keep like changing, and first you use just their last name, and then you're like, the accomplished this person, and this.
I always feel like that's too try hard, so I try to just not refer to them.
But sometimes it's
if you're writing about them, you have to.
You have to, like, someone was born.
Hence, college dropout. College graduate.
I mean,
we're pretending. I'm kidding.
We're pretending.
Basically, college graduate.
Almost.
Am I technically a college dropout? If I didn't drop out, I just ghosted the college.
You just ghosted them?
I never officially dropped out of any of my classes or the school. I just stopped going. I think that you're supposed to do something like tell them.
Yeah.
You're not.
Just didn't, like, so you just paid for the classes and everything?
Well, I was halfway through the semester. I couldn't get them refunded. So yeah, I paid for the rest of the class.
But what that means is that you would have a record of failing all those classes instead of, like, a incomplete.
Yeah, and that matters because
I guess it doesn't
why
matter.
if I never go back to school. And if I go to school, I'm just not going to tell them that I went there.
What do you mean?
Like, if I'm like, I need to go to college, I just won't tell them I went to the college I went to. Then they can't get the records.
I mean, I guess you usually do have to submit the records.
Exactly.
So
I just won't tell them. And then they won't know I failed.
Won't tell them. Plus, I don't think it would really matter anyway, honestly.
But probably not. Especially because I was taking, like, kindergarten math.
Kindergarten.
So I could probably test out of that anyway by just studying.
That's true.
Plus, I don't know if I'm going to go to school. If I am, it'll be because I want to learn so bad.
Sorry. My coffee just spilled.
So I'll be okay with, like, relearning things. And more likely than that, I will not go back to school and instead get a pilot's license.
Don't go to college. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That's what I hear from every person who has a degree, except our other sister, who's actually using her degree.
Yeah.
Who's a nurse, by the way. She's so cool.
She's the coolest. She's a doctor.
That's another celebration. She's a whole doctor. It's another celebration episode we need to do is have Julia on.
That would be cool.
Just for funsies.
Be like, hi.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
She could be our first guest.
All of the sisters.
Oh, sheesh.
She would go in the middle.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just plop another one. But,
pilot school?
Yeah, I'll get my pilot's license.
That would be cool.
Airplane school.
Airplane school.
Helicopter.
Helicopter.
Helicopter school.
Which one?
Which airplane school?
No, helicopter or airplane.
I don't know. When I
Oh.
was gonna get my pilot's license recently, I was gonna do helicopter. But there are no jobs. Except, like, tour guide in Florida. I wanted to be, like, a firefighter helicopter person.
That's cool.
Yeah, but they do forest fires and stuff, and that's not as common in Florida. So...
Oh, man.
Oh, man. So jobs like those jobs for helicopter pilots require more travel for work. Like, you have to relocate to places.
I see.
Or be in the military. But an actual airplane pilot, you can do commercial airplane, you can do private jets. That obviously also requires travel because that is literally what you are doing.
You're traveling, yeah.
So it would need to be in a time in my life where I am more adventurous than I am right now. But it'd still be fun.
Sounds cool. Sounds good for you. I could not do it, but...
It'd be like a roller coaster ride every single day.
That sounds horrible. Also, I hope that's not how you're piloting a plane.
Apparently there's, like, not a lot you have to do.
That doesn't seem right.
Well, you get it in the air, which is the hard part.
Uh-huh.
And then you put it on autopilot. And then, like, you just have to have all the... I could be totally wrong. I'm getting this information.
She's an expert, guys.
I'm getting this information from something I created in my brain. But anyway, you put it on autopilot.
Okay.
And then you have the knowledge in case something goes wrong. But, like, you don't actually have to do anything. You don't have to even steer.
So does it just follow... Because there's certain patterns that each flight has to follow.
Uh-huh.
Does the autopilot just follow that?
I don't know. No, I have no idea. You might have to steer, but either way, you're going straight for so long that, like, you don't have to do anything to make it go. I am literally speaking on something I have no idea if it's true or not, so I'm gonna shut up. I actually don't know if it's true.
I don't know either, so neither of us know.
Well, you don't know, but you're not acting like you do.
That's true.
You're not acting like it's fact.
You don't have to even pilot a plane.
That is my most toxic trait, is that I am a know-it-all for topics that I do not know anything about.
You don't know it all.
I don't know it all at all.
Know it nothing.
I'm just kidding. Know it nothing. There's nothing in there.
There's no need for a pilot. It just goes itself.
It just flies itself. You just gotta... Anyway, that's all for today.
That's all for today, folks.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Two Peas
in a podcast. You can find us at
Two Ginger Peas on all forms of social media.
See you there.
What if we actually talked like this during the whole entire podcast, like the Joe Rogan experience? Isn't that the voice he does? I don't know anything about Joe Rogan. I'm doing that thing again where I say things
that you don't know anything about. I don't know. Anyway.
Two Ginger Peas on all forms of social media and interact with wherever you're watching this.
I'm dancing to, like, outro music. That's not there. See you.
Bye.